to be honest, we may not want to open that door, ever. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the Padmanabhaswamy temple in India. It is a very interesting place and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute, but in order to do that, we have to go into the history of this temple and why it is such a wonder of the world today. It is one of the most sacred and most popular temples to visit in the country, and it is one of 108 temples dedicated to the deity Vishnu. According to ancient literature, the temple dates back as far as the 6th century. Now, what is interesting about this temple is the icon of Vishnu on this temple is displayed in an unusual position for that deity. He is shown reclining on the serpent Anatha, and usually, according to articles that I've read, usually Vishnu is depicted standing up. Also on this icon there are 5 hooded figures facing inwards, which symbolizes contemplation. And the temple's name is taken from the word Padmanabha, which means one emerging from the lotus. And this is also illustrated on the icon. The deity Brahma is shown emerging from Vishnu's navel on a lotus. Now this entire statue can only be seen by looking through 3 doors at the same time. So it's not just visible to the naked eye. If you were to visit this temple, you have to really look to see it, which is really interesting. Now, until recently, the temple was in the care of the royal Travancore family since about 1729. But then, in 2011, a man named Sundarajan filed a case to the Supreme Court appealing that the Travancores had mismanaged the assets of the temple. And as a result of this, the Supreme Court appointed a 7-member committee to go and investigate and explore the temple and basically document everything that was inside, all of its treasures, possessions, just do a full workup. Now, you guys are probably wondering still, what is so interesting about this temple? We're getting there. We're getting really close. But in order to understand this, you do have to kind of have the history a little bit, because it's very old and it's only been recently discovered how marvelous and how strange this place is. So we're getting really close to that. Just hang in there with me, bear with me. So this 7-member committee uncovered at least a minimum of $22 billion worth of items, of treasures in this temple, including a 110-carat diamond. So this place was like loaded with jewels and coins, just old icons, literally like a treasure chest of items. That is not even the most interesting part. What was really the most astounding discovery was that there were 6 vaults inside this temple, and none of them had locks. None of them had any visible means of entry, and it was very difficult to get these open. They named the vaults chambers, and they were named chambers A through F. Now, chambers C through F were I don't want to say the easiest to get open because they weren't easy to open, but compared to chambers A and B, they were the easiest to get open, and they were supposedly able to visit those chambers 7 or 8 times. However, chamber A took over a day to open, and this is using modern technology. This is in 2011, guys, and this temple is thousands of years old, and they had a really hard time getting doors open inside of it with technology from today. But they did eventually get chamber A open, but they could not, and still to this day, have not been able to open the door of chamber B. No one knows what is behind the doors of chamber B, and I say doors because there's actually 3 doors to this chamber. They uncovered the fact that there was the first door, which has these like metal grills over it. Behind that, they found a second door that was made of wood. And then behind that door, there was a third door, and this one was described as being menacing looking and made of iron, and had the feeling of it being just like slammed shut, and that no one was gonna get this door open. Though they did try, believe you me, they tried to get this door open. Like I said, nobody knows what's inside of there. However, it has been rumored that it is holy and divine in nature, containing items of mystic origin, which, I mean, I feel like the whole temple would kind of be like that, but I guess whatever's in there would be like considered the most precious, the most valuable. The High Court of India has actually issued a warning against opening this door. They believe it is protected by the Naga Bantam, which means snake binding spell. And what's interesting is that this chamber is protected or guarded by two statues of these embossed giant snakes on either side. And it's very interesting because Vishnu rides a snake. As I said earlier, he's depicted on the snake Anatha. There are various serpentine-looking deity references throughout this temple. There are references in other ancient religions to snake deities. In Egyptian culture, there is Wadjet, the protector goddess, who has the head of a snake, and Apep, the god of chaos, who also appears as a snake. And in Greek culture, there's also a snake-like creature referred to as the dragon. I mean, and then even in, like, you know, Christianity, there's references to snakes. Of course, in Christianity, they're bad, but personally, I'm just gonna throw my opinion out there for the hell of it. I think snakes are awesome. I love snakes. I'd say this 100 times, but I was raised Catholic and I grew up thinking snakes were bad. Not because like my parents or anybody said anything like that. I mean, I have like Medusa tattooed on my arm. I don't know if you can really see it. So, I mean, I like snakes. I'm a fan of them. So, in addition to the door mysteriously not being able to be opened, there's a warning against it because weird things were happening to people who tried to open it originally. Several members of the committee that was originally appointed to search this temple, they fell ill while trying to open the door, and coincidentally, or maybe not coincidentally, one of the members' mothers died, and Sundar Rajan, the man who started this whole process, died a few years after this. Now, those things could just be coincidence. Like I always say on this channel, I'm never gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna try to dramatize something. To me, that could be a coincidence, but who knows? Like I don't know. You don't know either, I'm sure. It's a little weird, it's a little creepy. But I do believe that there could be something protecting this temple for sure. That is something I absolutely do believe. I believe that's why they can't get the door open. And to be honest, we may not want to open that door, ever. It is believed that if humans ever use technology to force this door open, that chaos and calamity will fill the city surrounding this temple and possibly unleash horrors into the world. Unspeakable horrors, like Pandora's box. There's also a rumor that the chamber is directly linked to the ocean floor, and that if you open it, you'll be met with basically a torrent of water, and it will flood the entire city. And one final theory that I want to discuss is the idea that the royal family, who had been in charge of this temple for hundreds of years, had in fact built the vaults themselves and had the 6th vault, Chamber B, blessed and spelled and like protected by high priests of various religions. And that they could have possibly had a tunnel that goes underneath into it that they only know the entryway to, so that the chamber can never be accessed from the outside, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Like I said, this only happened like in 2011. This is less than 10 years ago that they discovered this. They've never been able to get this door open still to this day. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this temple really is cursed? Do you think it's protected by some kind of deity? Do you think that it's only a matter of time before we can open this door? Should we open it? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I really love hearing from you guys. And I want to just mention quickly before I end the video, I think I mentioned this on Instagram, which if you don't follow me, you should. It'll be down below. I know you guys seem to like the vlog style videos a lot, and I love doing them. I definitely am going to do more. They just take a little bit more planning and everything. They're a little harder for me to coordinate because it's not just me. Like, I have to involve other people with that. And I'm definitely going to try to do like one a month at least, and then hopefully if things pick up, I'll be able to do more. But right now I can't do it all the time as much as I would love to. Anyway, I also wanted to say thank you so much to all my subscribers so far. I'm working really hard on this channel, and your support means the world to me. I love hearing feedback from you guys, and I just appreciate every single one of you so much. So thank you. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.